right? Okay, that's the nostril also done. Okay, now in uh, a skull, right? In a demon skull face that we're making. What do you think is the main highlight? What is the main thing that we need to get right? The teeth, right? The teeth is the biggest thing here that we need to get really, really right. So, what you need to do is, before we just start drawing teeth, right? Start off by making these kind of roots, okay? Which is going to be like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you see how they're going slightly higher as they go up, right? Slightly higher. Now I'll do the same thing on this side, on the other side. Okay, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 are slightly higher. So we have a slight smile happening now, right? Okay, now this is what we're going to do. The last thing we want in the end of all of this, the last thing we want is for the teeth to look nice and perfect and all that. I want you to draw really messed up teeth, okay? Like a dentist's nightmare kind of teeth, really bad teeth. So for that, we'll do like one like this, kind of turning this way and kind of broken. Okay, one kind of inverted tooth like that that's stuck behind. Now this is a demon skull. Okay, so we want really big fangs on the side. So we'll do one huge fang like this, and then another huge one over here that comes out outwards, kind of like a tusk. Yeah, like an elephant's tusk type of thing, like that. Okay. Now the other side, again, I'm just going to do really messed up teeth. Okay. And feel free to do the teeth any which way you want to. Okay. If you want to make very different looking teeth, cool, do that. So I'm making one tooth also kind of turned to one direction. So the two front ones are really oddly placed. Then this middle one is kind of bent like that. Then we want another big sharp tooth here and another tusk here. Okay. Now for the lower teeth, right? The lower jaw. For that, you see this middle line here. This middle line, I'm going to just bring down. Okay, I'm just going to bring this down very lightly, again, very lightly. And I'm going to lightly make a U shape. Okay, a U shape over here. That is basically for the lower jaw. The lower jaw looks much rounder, right? So we need to make sure it looks round. Okay, so then we just make the roots of the teeth like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, then just make um, the bottom rows of teeth. Make it in whichever way you want. Whichever way that feels um, interesting to you. I'm just doing all kinds of different shapes. Like that. Like that. Yeah. And I'll leave one space where there is no tooth at all. Okay, one normal tooth, one space, and then one like that. Okay. Now for the chin, you can just do like a small little shape like this at the bottom, and that can be the chin. But I'm more interested in this part right now. I want to get the main part of the skull ready, right? Guys, by the way, if you're liking the workshop so far, please let me know. You can send emojis. Let me know if you're having a good time. Thank you, thank you. I'm a total emoji hog, so please send me anytime you want. Anytime you know you're having a nice time, let me know. Okay. Now over here on the side, okay, on this square, the bottom right square, I'm going to make the cheekbone, right? So from the middle of this, let's just make an S shape, like a sideways S shape like this on that side, and even on this side here. And then we just join this tooth, right? This tusk looking tooth. We just join that to the edge on both sides. Just join it to the edge. Okay. Now for the cheekbones and the top of the head. The cheekbones need to kind of come outward. Okay, they need to come out. They need to, stick out a little bit, right? So for that, I'll just let it come slightly outside this line, right? You see the line of the square? So I'll let it come out of the line just a little bit and then go back in. Okay? Come out just a little bit, then go back in. This side also, come out just little only, and then go back in. There. Okay. Now for the top of the head here, we'll just bring this up a little. Okay, just that much. This length here, no, this is about I would say just half of this line length. Okay, till about there. And now what we're going to do is we'll just take this line here and make it go around this corner. Okay, it should not go from inside the corner. It has to either touch the corner or go from outside. Okay, so let's try that. It goes out like this, going to the side here. Yeah, and then it touches the top there. Same thing on the other side. Now, if by any chance, if it doesn't really touch the exact corner there, it's fine. We don't need to, don't stress about that. It's a very small thing. Okay, just make it go to the top, around here, there. See, even mine didn't touch exactly. This one touched exactly, this one didn't. So that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There. Okay. So now I want to make the lower jaw, right? This part we need to make. So let's do that. To make the lower jaw, you need to actually first get this hinge right at the edge of your jawline. You need to get that. So to show that in the front angle, just make a kind of U-turn from this tooth right over here. Just make a like a U-turn that goes upwards like this and up till here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So can we can use any type of pencil? Means we don't have to use any special kind of pencil for this.
No special kind of pencil at all. Just any pencil is fine. I'm using one old Natraj pencil, so any pencil is
Okay, sir.
totally fine. Okay. Now this side, the left side, same thing. Just kind of do a U-turn from this tooth here, the tusk-looking tooth, go upwards towards the cheekbone. Then from the cheekbone itself, I'm doing the right side now. Cheekbone itself, come down with one line like this till the edge of the jawline there, and then just connect it to the chin. Okay, and same thing on the other side. Bring it down till here and connect it to the chin. Okay, we got a skull drawing ready. Yeah. So now comes the fun part, because now is the time to start coloring. Okay, so I hope, I mean, this is a cartooning class. I hope you all have brought some coloring equipment. You can use color pencils, you can use sketch pens, you can use brush pens. I'm going to be using brush pens and color pencils mainly. But if you want, you can use sketch pens, if you want to. But I would recommend, if you don't have brush pens, then use just color pencils. Okay. So I'm going to now, before starting on the coloring, these extra lines right over here, these are not necessary anymore. So let's remove that. Okay. Just start removing all of these lines. And be careful. Don't, by mistake, rub out something that you don't want erased. Okay. So now I'm just going to remove this, the sides here, near the teeth, remove the lines near the teeth carefully. Okay. Hey, by the way, since we're already at this, let me just very quickly, let's do a small little contest. Okay. 5-second contest. Really, really quick while you all are erasing. Okay, ready? Who has the ugliest eraser? I'm going to be going across all the pages. Okay. Who has the ugliest eraser? Anyone uglier than me? Pratik Sahu, yours looks like has a bullet wound on one side. Anyone else? Anyone with a truly ugly one? Nikita, pretty ugly. Pretty ugly, okay. Quite not ugly, but dirty, I would say. Okay, cool. So the winner, I suppose, is between me and Nikita. I don't see anybody else with a worse one than that. So there you go, you win. You know what you win? You win an awkward stare from a Portu bird. There you go. Awkward stare from a Portu bird. Okay, let's get down to. By the way, Portu birds, the one that I just showed you, that's an actual type of bird. Okay, I mean, after this class is over, go and Google a Portu bird. They're the weirdest looking birds I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so the skull. Two things I'm going to start off with. I'm going to start off with the base color, right? The base color, one would be black for the eyes, nose, and the mouth, right? And the other would be a base color for the rest of the bone, right? The rest of the bone. And for that, what we'll do is, actually, I'll keep you all waiting for a second. Let's first finish this off, and then I'll show you what we'll use as a base color for the rest. Okay. So If any of you are using brush pens, I would recommend you to just be a little fast with your hand movement, okay? Because brush pens tend to make the page, quite damp very fast. So just be a little fast. Those of you using color pencils, please color in one angle, okay? Choose an angle which is comfortable to your hand, something that is very comfortable to your hand, and then just stick to that angle. And of course, if you have any doubts, please ask me.
Sir, can we use a black sketch pen?
Yeah, you can use black sketch pen. Do you have color pencils though?
Yes.
Okay, then for the eyes, the eyes, nostrils, and mouth, you can use sketch pen. But the rest, I want you to use color pencils. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. What's your name?
Dhruvi.
Ruby. Okay, cool. All right, eyes done. Now the nostril. I don't know why I'm saying nostril. There is no nostril here. It's just a whole nasal socket. That's the actual. That's what it would be called, right? Okay, now the mouth, you need to be a little careful, okay, because that's like our main show in this whole thing, right? The teeth. So don't spoil the teeth. Be careful with that. Okay, I'm getting a question. What brand of brush pen? So this is my all my others are Camlin, and this one I am not sure. The name kind of wore off over here, but you can just use Camlin. They're great. Okay, so first these corners. Okay, let's give this guy a nice, pretty smile. Okay, just make sure that the outline of the teeth are done first, so that by mistake also you don't end up cutting off, some of the teeth. Okay, and color pencil or sketch pen, whatever it is that you're using, go in one angle, kind of like what I'm doing right now, right? All of my lines are going in this one very similar angle like this. But you can use whichever angle is comfortable for you. Uh-oh, cut my tooth a little bit. Not a problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So can you tell me like what is the difference between the brush pen and a sketch pen except for the nib?
The nib is the only real difference. But what actually happens is, because the nib is kind of like brush bristles, right? It gives a smoother look on the paper, and you can control how thick you want the lines to be. Brush pens are pretty easy to use. It's just that you have to get used to it in the beginning. because in the beginning you might think that it's kind of like a sketch pen where you can just press and do, but it releases a lot of ink at the same time, so you have to be a little careful with that. Okay, so now the skull, the bone of the skull, right? We have to color that. So any colors come to your mind when you think of a skull bone? I think of maybe like a light yellow or even oh, Jeevan says red. Very nice. Okay. Okay, that's like shocking. Very good, very good. Red, okay. But you know what? Jeevan is actually close to what I was actually going to say. Not red, not exact red, orange, okay. So between Akshaya and Jeevan, we'll make a compromise, okay, and we'll make it pink. Yeah, seriously, we're going to make it pink, okay. But don't worry, it's not going to be it's not going to remain pink. Even though like a pink skull would be a pretty good looking skull actually, but we'll make it pink because that's going to be the base color, okay, and then we'll detail it on top of that. So those of you who have color pencils with you, use color pencils for the skull, okay. Now there's a way I want you to do this. So you take the pink like this, okay, and from here I'm just going to first make the edges, one this side, one that side, one line that way, okay, and then one line that just comes straight through the middle like this. Why like this? Because I know that the brush pen is going to leave some marks. It's going to leave some markings here and there, so I might as well have the markings work in my favor to make the skull look even more 3D and round. So I'll make the lines also that I'm drawing kind of rounded and 3D. Okay, because later on it'll really help during the finishing touches and the details and all that. It'll really help there. One thing keep in mind, okay, cartooning is all about layers. Okay, it's all about layers. We did the construction layer, right? Then we did the sketch layer. Now we are on the flat coloring layer. Can anybody tell me why it's called a flat coloring layer? Why flat?
Because there's no depth, because we didn't add the highlights and shadows.
Exactly. It's just flat color, right? It's just flat color, so it's going to look very flat. After you finish this, don't expect it to be all done and complete and good looking. In fact, it's going to look very flat. Okay? It's what happens after that. That's where the real magic is.
So, I have started with this pen, but the ink is finished. So what can we use now?
What color have you been using so far?
This pink.
Oh, okay, the same one that I was using. Okay. You can continue. How much of the drawing have you done? How much of the coloring have you done so far?
Paper.
Can I see?
Just a little bit.
Oh wow, first of all, the skull looks fantastic. Okay, just tiny bit. Okay, so you can just move straight to color pencil itself, or if you want, use orange. You can use orange. That'll be fine.
Is it orange color or pink color?
This one that I'm using is pink, the same one that you're using. Same exact one.
Okay, sir.
So you can move to orange now.
Sir, this?
Yeah, that one. Yes.
Okay. Sir,
Yeah.
is it okay if I am using skin color?
Yeah, that's wait, show me. Can I see? Sure, sure. That'll work well. That'll be fine. You know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing even my pen is starting to get over. That's fine. I'll be able to, I think, just about finish the skull. You know, for a skull demon, this guy looks pretty happy. Very happy. They should make a Colgate ad with this character. Colgate or close up or something, you know. I mean, if Colgate can make a brush that can brush teeth like this, that's it. They'll knock every other competition out of the market. It's the end. We'll all have the same toothbrush. Okay, managed to reach the bottom here. Okay, but as I said, this is the flat color, right? So it's going to look quite 2D and flat, which is fine. Now I want you all to take out your black color pencil, green color pencil. Let me take them out and show it to you actually. Okay, so you take out your black, okay, and your green and your dark blue. If you have a dark blue, not the light blue, dark blue like that. Take those out, okay, and maybe a little brown, okay, if we can find some good use for it, but we'll see. Okay. First, starting off with my black pencil, color pencil. My black color pencil, who is 2 sharpenings away from death, right? I'm going to use that to create some depth over here, okay? As one of you very clearly said, right? It's about the depth. That's what we need to create now. So how do we create depth? You basically, what's making it look flat, right, is how quickly this is going from black to pink. It's just a very sharp change, right? We need to soften that change. We need to make it softer. We need to slowly change it. But along with that, I also want to make the expression really, really stronger. I want to make the expression a lot more stronger. So I'll pull out one little frown line from here. Okay. And this is why you can really be creative with it. Okay. You can really be very, very creative with the whole thing by just making different types of, little ridge lines and all sorts of things. Okay, I'll make one line just go straight up the forehead like this. Okay. Okay, one more over here on the sides. Okay, and the bottom of the eye, right? Like I said, we need to make that edge very soft. We need to soften up the edge a bit. So just start making it from dark, really dark black, right? Bringing it down to lighter, 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 lighter. You see, it now the eye is starting to look, just starting to look like it's really deep and yeah. Look at the difference between this right eye and the left eye. Right, this left one is like really flat. This one is starting to look a lot more impressive. Okay, along with that, you can do the same thing here, the bottom of the cheek, like this. Yeah, let's do the other eye also. Okay, be as creative as you want with the ridges on the eye and all that. Okay, do anything to make those expressions really pop out, to really explode. This. Yeah. Okay, now make those bags under the eyes, like as if this guy hasn't slept in weeks. Okay, and we'll do the same thing with the nasal cavity also over here, right? We'll make a kind of rounded shape like this. Okay, rounded shape, and we'll just go around the nasal cavity also like this. Okay, getting better. Now between each tooth, right? I'm going to make a tiny little dimple, almost like there's a little bit of space over there. Like this. Do it lightly, okay? Do it nice and light, so it looks like a very soft shadow, very soft kind of shadow, like this. This. Okay. Now the cheekbone, I'm going to make the cheekbone kind of go up like this and make one ridge on the side here, like that. Same thing on this side also. You see this cheekbone, right? Just make one line go straight up. straight up and curve it outwards. Like that. Just leave it there for now. I'll tell you what to do with it in a minute. Can anybody tell me why I pulled out the green and the blue? Why did I pull out the green and blue color pencils?
To create winds.
To create what?
To create winds.
Wings? As in like wings? Veins. Oh, okay, veins.
Veins.
Veins. That's a very interesting idea. Veins on top of skull bones. Ugh. Okay, really good. That's a good idea. That's not exactly why I took it out, but it's a very good idea. I think I might steal it actually. By the way, guys, are you still liking the workshop? I hope. Yeah. Good to hear. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to use the blue and green for. Okay, it's going to be really fun. It's basically to change this skull completely. Okay, we're going to splash color all over, make it look really fantastic. But before that, I just want to quickly hand it over to Clive for a minute, just to have him tell you what my full course is all about. Because this class is going to end in the next 15 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes max. But the full course is a much larger and much more diverse cartooning course. So, Clive?
Yes, Advait. Just a second.
Sure.
Advait, you can do one thing before me explaining that. You can just show your few of your arts, what they'll be learning in the class. Yes, before that, I think
Sure.